Those psychodynamics are a reflection of economic dynamics. They are the psychological reflection of economic demands and of an economic system. They do not, therefore, begin in the psyche of African people. They begin the very economic structure of European people. And it acts itself out through their behavior. Because the purpose of that system is to organize black behavior, as I said earlier, to maintain itself. This is why, ladies and gentlemen, when you get over your anger with Elijah Muhammad and your unwillingness to analyze who he was because you can't get beyond some act you think, just destroys everything he was about, and you fall into a trap when you do this. I call this super niggerism. When all of those who may have achieved some position of leadership or influence must be perceived as totally and superly clean and must not be perceived as having one chink of a flaw in their personality. There is no man who is unflawed. He who is without sin cast the first stone. And yet when you demand of your leaders that they be totally saints and total saints, then all your enemy has to do is put one little smudge of dirt on them. And everything of value that they have to offer now is thrown out. And no lessons are learned. Yes. And the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is due a good analysis of his leadership and what he had to offer black people, regardless of what you may think. Because the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was the greatest psychologist that black people ever created, bar none. But you see, that sounds odd if you haven't taken time to get around your anger, to look at what was going on there. You understand? When you look at the mythologies of Islam as just mythologies, without looking at them in their political and economic function, it was not an issue as to whether the white man was a true devil or not, which he is. But what would be the result of our behavior if we perceived him as one? You see? If we related to him, what? As one. Not as an object to be merged with, to be assimilated with, to be integrated with, but as one to be pushed away. And one so that we could engage in our own self-development instead of trying to create ourselves to fit his image of who we should be.